YouTube, Chris from Audio Obsession. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a good Christmas. It was an interesting Christmas, that's for sure, with all this COVID crap going on. For me, it wasn't a traditional Christmas. Unfortunately, didn't really get to see family. Had the kids with me, so we made the best of it, and it was Christmas nonetheless. So we had a good time. So I hope everybody's doing good. Trying to stay safe and not get sick. So this video, I'm gonna do a couple things that I had come in, just before Christmas, and also actually a couple gifts that I got from Christmas. So to start off, we've got a band that goes by the name Earn, and this album is self-titled and just recently released. Check out this artwork. So this is a doom sludge band from Toronto, and they actually, well, here, I should show you this first. So this is what we're listening to, and this also is Earn, and this is their album titled Sewer Disease. And when this album came out, which I believe was like 2014, 2015, somewhere around there, that's actually when I got introduced to them. And I was on my way to Toronto to see some bands, and this was one of the opening bands. And they blew me away. They were awesome live. Really thick, sludgy, doom, like people who are into like the sludgy death metal bands would definitely, like the swampy death metal, you'd totally be into a band. Like, I know some people, when you're classifying, if you're like a death metal only, you hear sludge metal, you go, like I Hate Gods and stuff like that. This band really borders along death metal pretty much. Just with their overall sound, it's like just nasty, throat-shredding type vocals, thick, monstrous guitar riffs that are just like really dank and bleak sounding. And this is a killer album, and I was really happy to find this band, and especially being somewhat local, that was a Toronto band, discovering them live, and then of course I had to pick up their album. So with this release here, the self-titled release, like I said, that swampy, filthy, sludge death metal type sound is what they're going for, especially on side A. Side B's got this like really kind of eerie side to it. It's got this like overall feeling. The entire album to me has got this feeling of agony, like pure agony. Just somebody just, get ripped apart type feeling and sensibility that you get from this album. Awesome sound. Really cool tone. They got a killer logo too. That's really neat. But yeah, just a awesome band. And of course it's just your traditional black wax. Now, I'm not sure if this was intentional, if it was not intentional. You see it's labeled 45 RPM on side A. Now, when I saw the album come up on my Bandcamp notifications, I didn't even bother going to listen to it because I liked the band, so I just thought, no, I'm gonna get the copy. All I did was order it right away. And when I got it, I pulled it out, side A, okay, 45 RPM. It's only got a couple songs on it. It's really just like a long EP. And I thought, okay, that makes sense. I put it on and I'm listening to it going, man, they've either changed or I've got it on the wrong speed, and sure enough, it's 33. So I'm not quite certain if that is there to just kind of F you up or if it was just an F up. Not sure, but anyways, really cool album. I really enjoy it, and I actually I like the difference, the kind of changes you go from side A to side B. It just kind of transitions really, really cool. And here we got insert here. We got some art. And you got your mixed that and blah, 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 recorded that. Here we got basically I guess all the labels that are involved with sending this album around. And yeah, so when I had ordered it, it was taking, a little bit, and I got in contact with the band. And of course, there was, some issues, personal stuff going on with the band, so it was going to take a little bit, and I was totally okay with that. Did not bother me whatsoever. And as a thank you for waiting so long, I got a couple extra 7-inches here. So one of the members runs a label distro, which I believe I saw was out of Montreal, called Table Scraps. And, of course, gave me some 7-inches from that label. And here's this Toad. So a lot of what they deal with is like noise, grindcore, metal stuff, basically is what they carry and push. So this band it's kind of interesting. They're definitely a grindcore band. So if you see, we've got a 7-inch single with 11 tracks, so it's definitely a grindcore band. But they've got this little elements here and there. They're only short little blips within the songs or in between the songs of like a hip-hop rap type, and then it just goes straight into like 1,000 miles per hour grindcore blasting. So interesting. Normally I'm not so much into hip-hop or anything like that, but it kind of adds an interesting flavor to it, and it made it sound really interesting. So yeah, I was happy to get that. The next one that he sent me is Acid Shower. Now this is a gore grind band, I believe from Toronto as well. And of course, with your grindcore style, you got plethora of songs squeezed onto a 7-inch. And yeah, this is, well, definitely your gore grind, but I kind of had a chuckle with this song. A little nod to Cannibal Corpse, perhaps. Jokingly, of course, but... So yeah, I was really, really surprised with the extra goodies in the package, and much appreciated. Like, I have no problems waiting for, great music to come in. But check out this band, Earn. I'll leave some links, as I usually do. Moving on. So this one is actually a gift that I got from my girlfriend. Of course, I picked it out because we were at the record store together, and oh, you'd really like that? Okay, well, that'll be your Christmas gift. Okay, sure enough, I can wait. And this is another Toronto band, none other than Two Mold. So these guys really don't need much of an introduction. Anybody into the death metal scene right now, Two Mold is definitely up there. And it's great artwork. This album in particular, it's got this like kind of a bolt thrower type tempo to it, and mixed with like an Outer Heaven type sound to it, all just kind of blasting you in the face. Killer freaking album. It's the cavernous death metal sound without the murky guitars. It's actually got a bright guitar tone, so it really kind of stands out. And it's got this kind of sharp razor edge type sound to the guitar. So it, rather than, everything being murky, which for lots of bands it totally works, I like the take that this band took with the production wise and just the general sound. It's beefy, but it's right out there. Like really, you can really tell how technical the band is without it sounding like an overproduced tech death band, right? So, but amazing artwork too. And they had a more recent release, which was Planetary Clairvoyance. And of course, $20 spin. And $20 spin put that out as well. And all those copies literally flew out. They had so many variants of it. Awesome looking variants. And they were like, they're long gone. But obviously, they're a fantastic band. This one actually came on a really cool looking variant. Little bit of a black swirl in there with an orange. But yeah, really, really cool. And awesome band. Like, Toronto's got some serious contenders. Canada as a whole, but Toronto, man, some of the death metal that's in Toronto is just plentiful. That's for sure. And moving on, so this is another gift from my girlfriend. Now this one I did not know was coming, but unlike me, she pays attention when I talk. So she knew that this was an album that I had on CD but really wanted on vinyl. And once again, another Toronto band, and that is Cauldron. And the album title is New Gods. And this would be their more recent release that they put out. Interesting artwork. So these guys are a straight up heavy metal band. They get classed in the new wave of traditional heavy metal, which basically is heavy metal. You break it down, it's heavy metal. It's just newer kids doing the old traditional sounding heavy metal is really, so they make a subgenre of that, which to me makes no sense whatsoever. Just call it heavy metal. That's what it is. But this band has, you know, like they're pretty much the sing-along type chorus heavy metal. Like you've got your fist pumping, and you know all the choruses are super catchy. Great vocals, fantastic vocals. The guitar tone is more of a less distorted, kind of more rock type tone to it, with the metal edge, if that even makes sense. Not blazing guitars, but like a more muted tone. It's got a more mellow kind of sound to it, so it's not like a nasty heavy metal sound. So it's a really refined, yeah, I don't know if that even makes sense. Whatever. But came on a gatefold. It's got all your lyrics and stuff, liner notes stuff. This is just your traditional black wax. And actually, I had been after this album. Unfortunately, through the band a while back, it was sold out, long sold out, because as usual, I was late to the game, which is nothing new for me. But my girlfriend managed to snag a European edition, which was put out by Back on Black. Now, anybody who's purchased an album through these guys here knows that you get 100% top-notch quality. Like, every copy that I own that came from Back on Black is literally sparkling clean, no background noise. They are amazing presses. They're always spot on. They're fantastic sound. They do a great job. So, I mean, to get an album that I wanted through these guys, by these guys, in minty fresh condition, I was very happy. So if you're into your like traditional heavy metal, you'll guaranteed like these guys. They they've got the bordering hair metal without being hair metal. Like, it's not feminine style, I guess you would say. I don't know. No makeup wearing type heavy metal, put it that way. But it's got the catchiness, the great vocals. So you'll definitely like, if you're into any type of heavy metal, you know, you'll definitely like this. And the other bonus point is they're Canadian. So that works for me. And last, this was a gift to myself. I was at a record store and I had seen this album. I'd actually been there a couple times and I'd seen the album and it was still there after a few times, and I kept thinking, I gotta remember to listen to this band. And by the third time I went to this store, which was actually the day we went and I picked out that Tomb Mold, I just thought, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna get it. I love the cover of it, and it just looked interesting, and whatever, we'll see what happens. Well, I was really surprised when I put this on. The first listen that I did, it was like, okay, this is really good. It was the second listen, and it clicked. For some reason, the second listen all the way through completely clicked, and it's like, I get this album now. The band is Archgoat, and the album title is Whore of Bethlehem. So these guys, they're a Finnish band. They're in the category of the black and death type genre. What's interesting though is the sound, like the sound production, to me, to my ears, has this kind of late 80s, early 90s grindcore sound to it. And by that I mean the production sound, like the guitar tones, almost like say a band like Defecation. That guitar tone that they come up with, it's what this reminds me of. Now the pace and the tempo there's definitely blasting on here, which would lead to like those grindcore type influences, but it's also got this like early Dark Throne type riffing, like Blaze in the Northern Sky type riffs on it, with that grindcore type production sound, and with, I was expecting black metal vocals, but it's definitely not black metal vocals. It's the deep guttural kind of echoey death metal vocals is what it is. So it really surprised me and I should have listened to this band way sooner. It's just one of those things, and I was really surprised with this. And what's really cool is the label, which Debamer Morty. Here, how about I just show you? Right there. So what they did with this album is awesome. I am definitely going to have to be very careful, because this is probably something that might get ruined eventually, but what it's actually got is a booklet that's stapled inside as like the lyrics and your liner notes and everything. Unfortunately, they only in the center put one staple through it, and that's the only thing holding it together, so it's kind of like a bit of a delicate thing, but it's just really well done, well packaged. So you got some lyrics, you got pictures, band, and yeah, I was just, when I bought it, it was freaking heavy and thick, and I thought, I wonder what the hell's in this. I just assumed, you know, okay, double vinyl. Well, no, it was just this awesome booklet inside of it. And it just made it more enjoyable as the record listener, that, you know, the tangible stuff, being able to just sit down, put the album on, and then just kind of flip through it. Now, albeit it's definitely, I gotta be careful with it, because I'm super anal with my stuff. But yeah, now we got a nice cool gatefold picture here with the artwork. Honestly, this was a very well done package, and I was extremely impressed with this. Very happy. And on top of that, the colors of the vinyl. So I've got some vinyl that I consider to be my, you know, prettiest vinyl that I've got. But I don't know, this one might be the contender for the prettiest one that I actually own. Check out this variant. That is awesome looking. Of course it goes with the artwork colors and everything, but what a cool looking variant. This is really nice. I love this. So it was definitely normally I don't do blind buys at all. I have to at least listen to at least 30 seconds, but I took a gamble on it, and for me, honestly, it paid off. I really enjoy this album. It's got an interesting sound. To me, it's just not your, and I think it has to be attributed to, you know, the band being Finnish. That the Finns really know how to have a cool sound, especially in the metal world. They're definitely, you know, up there as like the metal purveyors. But yeah. Last thing, try not to take too long here. Yeah, right. This was a gift from my oldest son, Keeland, and I was not expecting this whatsoever, but it was so cool. He made a poster for me of my Audio Obsession logo. It's on a nice gloss card, and it came out great. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for a large frame, because I don't want to go sticking no pins through this and sticking it on the wall or nothing. So yeah, I think I did pretty good this Christmas. So yeah, I have no clue what I'm going to do for the next one. Probably just another collection update, or I haven't come up with any themes. I don't know. My brain's fried lately, so I haven't come up with anything interesting. So, whatever. If you like what I got, you'll keep watching. Anyways, thank you very much if you made it this far, and yeah, see you guys next time.